Hello and welcome to another session of the My Solo 401k Financial, My Community Daily Webinar Series. We're excited to discuss Fidelity's new external bank link feature for electronic contributions. This is a highly requested feature, so it can definitely be a Solo 401k game changer for a lot of clients in terms of being able to make electronic contributions. So we'll talk about this new feature as well as the other options to make electronic contributions to brokerage accounts at Fidelity for your third-party Solo 401k plans, such as Solo 401k plans provided by My Solo 401k Financial. As always, the presentation is being provided for educational purposes only and should not be construed as tax, legal, or investment advice, nor as a solicitation. When making an investment decision, please consult with your tax attorney and financial professional. So we do go live twice a day, once at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, and then back again at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. If you subscribe on our channels, whether on YouTube or LinkedIn or X, you'll get notifications. You can come and ask questions. We love to discuss questions. So if you do have some questions or topics that you want to go over, please don't hesitate to chat over those questions or topics. But while you're getting your questions or topics teed up, we'll start to go through the slides that we wanted to bring and share. All right. So again, Solo 401k game changer, Fidelity's new external bank link feature for electronic contributions. All right. So now we'll just set the stage to kind of lay the foundation so we all get on the same page. So of course, My Solo 401k Financial is a Solo 401k plan provider. So customers set up plans with us for their self-employed business. So a Solo 401k plan is really a trust. So it's a legal entity. So we're using our IRS approved documents to create a Solo 401k plan for our customers' self-employed business, right? They have to be self-employed with no non-owner, non-spouse, full-time W-2 employees to be eligible to set up a Solo 401k. And we're totally neutral as far as where they open up the account. So one of the top options today in terms of where to open up the account is Fidelity, right? So we help our customers open up brokerage accounts at Fidelity that are governed by our plan. So because they're governed by our plan, they're going to be able to do the things that they want to do, whether that's make mega backdoor Roth contributions or Roth contributions, take a Solo 401k loan, invest in alternative investments. They want to have the support that comes along with our plan, right? Because we provide all the ongoing compliance support, whether that's Form 5500 EZ or Form 1099R, right? So all the things that they can't get with their vanilla basic plan that Fidelity offers, right? Because Fidelity offers their own Solo 401k plan, but it's very basic, very vanilla. It's not going to support any of those features. And that doesn't even include the tax credit, right? Because setting up our plan will make the self-employed business eligible to claim $1,500 in Solo 401k tax credits, $500 a year for 3 consecutive years. So the process is going to be open up a brokerage account, which they refer to as an investment only account at Fidelity, that's governed by our plan. And we're very hands-on in helping our customers do that. So now if they're going to have investment only accounts at Fidelity, there might be multiple accounts, right? If they're going to have pre-tax and Roth and even a third mega backdoor Roth account. And so then the question becomes, okay, well, how do I fund that account? So there are existing ways until this new feature. There were pre-existing ways to fund the account electronically, right? One was ACH, right? So going to your external bank, business bank account, or it could be a credit union account or a personal account, and just initiating an ACH from your external bank account to the brokerage account of Fidelity, or initiating a wire from your external bank account or credit union account to the brokerage account at Fidelity. Well, now with this new option to link an external bank account, this is going in the other direction. So customers are logging into their brokerage account at Fidelity, and then they're linking from Fidelity to the external account. And so this is a requested feature, no doubt. So Fidelity has responded and they've started to roll this out, right? We've seen customers successfully link their external bank account and then be able to then make contributions to their investment only account from that linked account. Now, if you go on Fidelity's website still, right, and we wanted to get the word out because we've seen multiple people do it. But if you go onto Fidelity's website, they still talk about how EFTs, they call it EFT on their website, right? Electronic fund transfer, that it's not available for investment only accounts. But we're here to tell you that when you call the Fidelity team that supports this account, plus other customers, existing customers of ours who have done it, right? Fidelity confirms that they are rolling it out to investment only accounts. They just haven't updated the website yet. And again, customers have reported that they've successfully done this. Now, per Fidelity, that external account, at least at this point, it needs to match the company name, right? So what's the company name, right? Well, that's the name of the self-employed business. So if you're a sole proprietor, your company name is your name, right? But if you have, say, an entity through which you operate your self-employed business, and that entity is listed on that Fidelity account, per Fidelity, they're going to look for a match. So if it's a sole proprietor, it would be an account, an external bank account that you want to link. That external bank account would need to be under your name. Or if you set up the Fidelity account and you listed your entity, right? It could be an LLC or an S Corp. When you go to link an external bank account through this process, per Fidelity, they're going to want that external bank account name to match the company name that's on the investment only account. So it's not the name of the plan, but it's the name of the business, whether it's your sole proprietorship or the entity through which you operate your self-employed business. So they have an online process as well as a form that can be used to set up this external bank account link. And again, like I talked about, there are other pre-existing options already, right? You've got ACH, Wire. So what I want to do now is show the screens on Fidelity's website. So we took multiple screenshots on Fidelity's website so we can see exactly the steps that one would follow. So once you log into your investment only account, you're going to want to go to the all accounts view, right? Where you could see all your accounts at Fidelity. And then if you don't see account feature in the menu that goes across left to right, if you click on more, it'll be under the drop-down menu. So you can click on more and then go to accounts feature, account features. Then from the account features screen, under the payments and transfers section, there will be an option that says electronic funds transfer, EFT. So to the right of that, you'll be able to click manage. And that'll take you to another screen where it talks about linked accounts and banks. So you want to click where it says link a bank here. And then from there, you'll be taken to this screen that says link a bank across the top. How do you want to transfer money? Electronic funds transfer, EFT. It's already pre-selected, so you can just leave that there. Who owns this bank account? Myself. Is this a business bank account? No, this was set up these are screenshots for a sole proprietor. How do you want to add bank account information or bank information? Log into my bank account with Finicity. So Finicity is a third-party app that'll link to a number of different banks, right? Whether it's Chase or Wells Fargo, Bank of America. There's a number of banks on that platform. So then click continue, then next, then find your bank. Now, so this is the online process. And then from there, I don't have the screenshots, but you would pick your bank and then you would log in. You would use your own separate bank login information to log in. And then it'll, within a minute or so, it'll connect the accounts, and then you'll be able to transfer money, through this external bank account link from the external bank to the non-prototype account that you chose, right, to link to the account. Now, so some folks, because again, Fidelity is rolling this out, some folks have been able to link their bank account, but then when they go to transfer it, they're not able to transfer. So per Fidelity, they are experiencing some hiccups as they roll this out. So you could typically just send them a secure message and then they'll help you resolve it. Or you could call the number of the team that supports these investment-only accounts. Let me pull up that number real quick here on Fidelity's website. If you just search for Fidelity Investment Only on Google, the first search result should be the page and it has the phone number. It's 1-800-544-5373. You can see it right there. You can also call the Fidelity team if you're having issues that supports these accounts. Now, alternatively, per Fidelity, they will also process this external bank account linking via their EFT authorization form. So we also added some screenshots to be able to grab that form. So you would get that PDF, fill it out, and then you would log into your Fidelity account, and then send a secure message to Fidelity to have them process that form. So to find the form, you'll go to Fidelity, you'll log in, you'll search for EFT or wire, then just hit return or enter on your keyboard. It'll bring back search results. One of the top 2 search results should be this page, EFT or bank wire. From there, it'll take you to the main page talking about electronic fund transfer. So if you scroll down under eligibility, click on this link, which is a link to the authorization form, the PDF, which looks like this. And then you just complete it, submit it via that secure message. You'll see on this EFT form, they still have the old language talking about how EFTs are not available for investment-only accounts. But again, per customers, per Fidelity, they are rolling this out. So customers have been successfully using it. So we wanted to definitely share the news because it's definitely a highly demanded feature. So that takes us to the end of the slides for today. I see we've got a question, which is wonderful. So let's turn to the question. Thank you so much for bringing it. I'm a single member LLC, file sole proprietorship for 8881 form. I told my CPA to add $500 on part 2 for auto enrollment credit, but my CPA keeps putting $650 on part 1, then part 2. Yes, you definitely want to tell them to correct it. I can, let me go to the registration list here, and I can send you a link to a deep dive webinar we hosted with an IRS enrolled agent that goes through step-by-step how to complete that form, because that part 1 is really for a different credit, the startup cost credit, which is not available to a one participant plan like a solo 401k. So that would not be the right way to complete that. But let me grab your email and then I'll send you a link to that webinar, and then feel free to share that with your tax advisor. Thank you so much for participating. We appreciate the good question. Thanks for the info. If my sole prop has enough income, can I have a 401a money purchase plan and a solo 401k? So the thing is, yes, well, that could be done. The thing is, money purchase plans are not really a thing anymore. So what you could do is you could have a solo 401k, and keep in mind, there's not going to be any benefit to having it because you'd have to aggregate contributions anyways. So you're not going to be able to contribute more by having both types of plans. So what would really be done is setting up a solo 401k and then just contributing to the solo 401k, assuming that you're self-employed with no full-time W-2 employees, working for any business owned by you or a spouse, if any. Hopefully that helps. Good question. All right. Well, like I mentioned, we do go live twice a day. So please subscribe to the channels, whether on LinkedIn or YouTube or X, so you get notifications of when we go live. You can come and ask questions, et cetera, et cetera. So we will be hosting another webinar. If you go to the StreamYard, or email us at business@mysolo401k.net, and we can share that information with you. We're planning on hosting another webinar with the same agent, just to refresh it for this year. We just haven't gotten on the calendar yet. But yes, subscribe, you get notifications. Also, if you could like this video, that would be very helpful to help us get the word out to other self-employed individuals like you, or even share it with others. That'd be super helpful, just to help us get the word out, like I said, to other freelancers or self-employed individuals like yourself. As you might imagine, there's a growing number of self-employed individuals. And so this information can be key to them as they try to grow their retirement account. All right, well, it looks like that takes us to the end for today. Again, thank you so much for the participation. Until next time, we appreciate it.